Mysteries!
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of More on Math Minecraft Mysteries. My name is Mr. Moore, and behind me you'll see another one of my flower gardens. That's right. It's flower gardens galore in Minecraft Mysteries the last few episodes. But here's a new one. Let's take a look. So I have two flower plots in this garden, and half of this flower plot has been planted, and 1 out of 3 parts of this flower plot has been planted. 1 out of 3 rows. So half of this flower plot and 1/3 of this flower plot have been planted. And my question is, how much of a total flower plot have I planted? It's a mystery. In fact, it's today's Minecraft mystery. And whenever we have a Minecraft mystery, we go quick to the math cave. Ooh, fell in the water. Oh, the math cave is way far away, so we need some warp speed. The math cave! Ah, splash! Today's Minecraft mystery is, I have 2 flower plots. Half of the first plot is planted. 1/3 of the second plot is also planted. How much of a plot is planted in all? Pause the video, solve the problem, and come on back when you think you have a solution. Welcome back. So let's look at this. I have 2 flower plots. Half of one is planted, 1/3 of the other one is planted, and I want to know how much of a flower plot is planted in all. That's tough. And when math gets tough, we go to the magical whiteboard. Push to activate. Pow! Woo! As always, I like to start by making a list of what I know. I know that 1/2 of my first plot has been planted with flowers. I know that 1/3 of my second plot has been planted with flowers. And I want to know how many total plots have been planted with flowers. As I usually do, I'm going to draw a picture to try to figure out what's going on in this situation. And here's the picture I draw. Here's my first garden plot with half of it shaded in because half of the plot has been planted. Here's my second garden plot with 1/3 of the plot shaded in because 1/3 of it has been planted. And if I want to know how many plots in all were used to plant these flowers, I would have to combine this stuff with this stuff. And whenever I'm combining things, I know that that is an addition problem. So let's set up our numerical expression. Since we're combining, we're going to be adding 1/2 plus 1/3. And before we begin, I like to estimate. Keep in mind that estimating things less than 1 is pretty tough. I like to use whole numbers and halves only. Let's give it a shot. 1/2 is already 1/2, so I'm going to leave that alone. 1/3, it's less than, but really close to 1/2, so I'm going to call it 1/2 as well. And 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1 whole. But keep in mind that 1/3 is actually less than 1/2. So 1/2 plus less than 1/2 means my answer will be close to, but less than 1 whole. In this video, I'm going to do this addition problem 2 different ways, using this picture and using the standard algorithm. Let's get started. I'm going to start with the picture this time. So I want to combine this stuff with that stuff. The problem is I'm not really sure how much stuff this is compared to that. I mean, this is 1/3 and that's 1/2. But how do I put them together? A really nice trick is to look at the 2 pictures. You see how this one's split in half this way? Well, I'm going to split this one in half the same way. And you see how this one's split in thirds going this way? Well, I'm going to split this one in thirds doing the same thing. Now both pictures have 6 parts to them, and now we can talk. This is 2 out of 6 parts, so this is 1/3, but it's also 2/6. This is 3 out of 6 parts, so it's 1/2, but it's also 3/6. Well, now it's easy to bring these 2/6 over and combine them with these 3/6. And when I do, I can quickly see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 parts of this garden are now filled, so my answer is 5/6. Using the standard algorithm, I'm going to rewrite this problem exactly the same way, except I'm going to use equivalent fractions with common denominators. So first I have to figure out what kind of common denominator can I use. what types of pieces can I use to represent halves and thirds. And to do that, I'm going to skip count by 2 and 3 using multiples until I find a match. My multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I usually only grab 5 of them to start to see if it'll work. And now let me do my multiples of 3. My multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, etc. But I stopped at 6 because I noticed I had a match. And I stopped at my first match. So I'm going to use 6 to rewrite this problem as a new problem with equivalent fractions using 6 as my common denominator. So I have something over 6 minus something over 6. Now I have to figure out what my numerators are by comparing my two denominators. How do I get from a 2 to a 6? Well, 2 times 3 is 6, so whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do the numerator. And 1 times 3 is 3. So 3/6 is another name for 1/2. Let's come down here and do 1/3. I'm going to use red, though. How do I get from a 3 to a 6? Well, 3 times 2 is 6. So I have to do the same exact thing to the numerator. And 1 times 2 is 2. So now my problem, instead of being 1/2 plus 1/3, it becomes 3/6 plus 2/6. And 3/6 plus 2/6 is 5/6. Remember, we don't add the denominator because the denominator is like a label. So it's like saying 3 apples plus 2 apples is 5 apples. So again, my answer is 5/6, which is a good sign that we got the same answer both times. Is it reasonable? Well, 5/6 is really close to but less than 1 whole. So it is reasonable, but it's not complete because the question is how many what? How many flower plots? So my final answer is 5/6 of a flower plot. And so our mystery's been solved. And that solution is 5/6 of a flower plot. Don't forget your label. Mystery, bam, solved. So let's prove it. Ooh, it's so far away. We need warp speed. Ah, we made it. Uh-oh, it's getting late. We better solve this problem before the monsters come out. So I have 1/2 of a flower plot here and 1/3 of a flower plot here. I want to know how much of a flower plot I have in all. I say it's 5/6. Let's prove it. Let's pick this flower. And, oh, where'd he go? He's right here. And put him right here. And let's pick this flower. Oh, where'd he go? And let's put him right here. So let's check. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 spaces in this flower plot planted. So the answer is, in fact, 5/6 of a flower plot. Thought I heard a monster. No one's there. So not only has our problem been solved, it's been proven. Thank you for joining me for this episode of More on Math, Minecraft Mysteries. Feel free to leave a comment or a question or subscribe. Join me next time as we tackle another marvelous math mystery in the world of Minecraft. And remember, if you're never confused, you're never learning. Bye-bye.
Math is fun. Math is fun. Math is fun.